And that's why I do this, is because for the exact same reason. I couldn't find anything on YouTube that wasn't negative. Everything was negative. Everything I researched was negative. Oh, you'll never be able to work out, never be able to play basketball, never, like everything, anything you research. No, don't do it. It's basically get the surgery and then just hang out for the rest of your life until you die. And I was like, no, I need to do like an in the moment real video. And if you watch my first video, it's like 25 minutes long. It's stupid. It's me rambling, and it's the video of mine that has the most like views. Like it's over 100,000 views. And I never ever dreamed it would be anything like that. And I
Wow.
get emails and comments and stuff about how it's helped people. And it's, yeah, that's why we're doing this, because people need to hear you're 13 plus years after a fusion. You're doing fine. You're doing all kinds of activities. You're running your own business. Like these are things people need to see, because people go into this deep depression and they just never get out of it. People get on these pain pills. They never get, they just, it just completely ruins people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. And some people do obviously still have a lot of pain post surgery. Not everybody's surgeries is successful of mine, so I definitely wouldn't want to like victim blame people who are still struggling afterwards. But I do see a lot of people just sort of using it as their excuse or a bit of a crutch. I can't do that because I have a bad back. I can't do that because I've had a spinal fusion, especially when it comes to weight training, which I'm so passionate about it being one of the best things that you can do. And I'd said earlier, like I was pretty scared when I first started, but I also just had this thing. I was like, if I can get everything around my spine strong, there's not as much load on my spine when I just bend down to pick up the remote off the coffee table and put my back out or whatever. Because that's where a lot of these back injuries happen, is just doing basic stuff around the house. But if you can deadlift your own body weight, or you can squat with your own body weight on your back, you can do all those things so much easier and out of pain, and it really does help take load away from your spine when the musculature surrounding it is strong. But 100% there needs to be more good stories, and I share it on my Instagram every now and then. I used to more than I do now, because honestly sometimes I completely forget that it's a thing for me. Like it's so well recovered that I forget about it until somebody mentions my scar, or until like something prompts me to be like, oh, I should probably mention that again, because I haven't for a while. But whenever I share on my scoliosis surgery, there is so many people kind of like yourself that message through and say, thank you so much for sharing a positive experience post-op. Or people who have maybe daughters who are about to go and have the surgery often reach out to me and are asking, can you give me some positive message to be able to give to my daughter, because she's about to go undergo this surgery and she's really scared, and I've showed her your page and all the things that you're doing, and she's really inspired by it. And I think I should share on it more often, because there are quite a large portion of my followers who have jumped onto my page because of the fact that I've shared about it on occasion. And I've got one post that I shared recently talking about, the type of squat that I hoped to be able to do post surgery. It's maybe like a goblet squat, holding a kettlebell or a dumbbell in front of me and being able to squat with that. But the type of squat I truly can do post surgery is with my body weight or more on my back with a barbell, full depth, no limitation. And while I had the goal to be able to do the smaller version or the regressed version, I also didn't let that goal be limiting to me, and I just let myself try things, and slowly I built that strength, and I've absolutely surpassed all the goals that I thought I would have for myself pre-op. That's also, like, as a dancer, like I said before, I did all those dances at the end of year concert. As a karateka, I achieved my black belt and right up to my second dan in karate post-op. I think I was a brown belt when I went into my surgery. So I got my black belt. I competed as an international karateka over in the UK and in Japan, and I wasn't limited. And I've obviously competed in bodybuilding shows now. It's like there is nothing that I have been able to, like nothing that I've gone to do that I was limited by,
Yep.
unless I need to lie on the ground and do crunches, because that's basically the only thing I can't do. And if people have seen me and my training, I still have I still can get a six pack provided I'm lean enough. You don't have to do crunches to be able to strengthen your core that way, but being able to brace under heavy load and any sort of other movements that are going to brace your core can still develop that muscular too. So like, people don't need to have, a view of what you can't do just because you can't do crunches in regards to like achieving your dream body as well.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just need to change how you work out, and it's amazing what you can achieve with like the building blocks method. with me, after the spinal fusion, it was just, you don't know you can do something until you do it for the first time. And you're like, oh, that wasn't that bad. Oh, that wasn't that bad. Maybe I can do this. I mean, sometimes you have to lay in bed for the whole next day because you're so sore because you're just using these muscles again. But yeah, it's amazing that you were back competing after this, and your entire story is amazing, and it's what people need to hear. Because although I do get some positive feedback, I get people that are so negative and they blame everything either on the surgery, on their doctor, on the things they can't do. I get trolls all the time telling me you're so stupid for getting a fusion. I mean, you've been on social media, right? I mean, you get it, but people just need to hear the positive message, and I'm so glad to have you on for that.